influential that already follows me. You can check the little box here to only show your influentials, which I like. And the other thing I like is, with this tool, is see how this person's not using the word Seer Interactive in their tweet at all? The fact that Seer Interactive is in the URL, they also pull that in. I really like that. Because people don't always use @Seer Interactive in their retweets, or, hey, Seer Interactive posted this. We only have 140 characters, so sometimes people cut that stuff out, but this will still catch it. And will actually email you, too. They have a really nice email feature. So here's an example of, like, if you want to actually do outreach to someone on a high-quality site, you want to talk to them about their content and how much shares it got. Wow, this thing got this many mentions on Twitter and Facebook. So you're reminding that website owner that this kind of content your readers love. They share it, and you get more traffic from it, and you get more page views, and you get to sell more junk, right? When you do that, they're going, ooh, this blog post that you wrote sounds a lot like all these other blog posts that I've really taken off. And I sold more junk when those things went live. Great, I'm going to put up your blog post. But it's coming from a place of, what are they looking for, right? What is it that they would like? How many of you have ever gotten beat where you're just like, somebody else has a widget or a badge out there, and that's how they're getting a ton of their links? Anybody's got that happening to them? I hate when it happens. Get ready to battle. I'm going to show you how to do this. One thing I love is Simply Hired. So anybody sitting on a large data set, just start making it available for people to create pretty little graphs and embed in their site. When you embed this, shockingly enough, they have Perl jobs, Python jobs, PHP jobs, Ruby jobs. So when you embed this lovely graphic about trends in like the programming space, you are giving them 4 links with anchor text and didn't, well, you realize it, but that's okay because they're giving you something of value. Sitting on a large data set, turning that into graph data that people actually care about is huge. And then making it embeddable. DuckDuckGo, they created this widget and I thought it was genius. If anybody here works in like another market that's not US based, I swear, if you took this and just and redid it in another language, you would get so many links, it's just disgusting. What you do is, and I'll put a link out to this, but you can just search DuckDuckGo widget. You check off the things that you have, and then you put in your username. When you go to check the next one, it automatically fills that username in to make it even easier for you. Then at the end of the day, they give you the code here, and you end up with this widget here. It's the look how important I am widget. Tons of bloggers want to put this stuff up, and it's free. Awesome. Now obviously DuckDuckGo just has buy DuckDuckGo on it. They just did this to brand themselves. Dirty SEOs like us are thinking, wow, I'm going to be able to sneak an anchor text link or two on that. You know, improve your social media score at cloud, whatever it might be. You can come up with this, put anchor text in, I believe, that's long and it's relevant, helps people, but yet it works with the ego stroke. Great way to do this. If anybody works on like a market that's a Spanish-speaking market, this isn't built yet. And you can just tell Gabe, dude, I'm going to copy this, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to translate it, and I'm going to give you credit. He's going to go, awesome, because he's a good guy, and now you're going to get a ton of links. All right. Don't forget to optimize the widget page. The sad part is because Gabe isn't an SEO, he doesn't do things like this in Google Suggest and then go, well, let me make sure I rank for all these. Because how many of you have heard of DuckDuckGo before? That's because we're all SEOs, put your hands down. If I asked a group of people my mom's age, they go, I heard of Google. Didn't we used to play DuckDuckGo when you were a little kid? No, Mom. All right, so you type in social media and widge, and then all of a sudden you see widgets, WordPress, for Blogger, HTML, Google+, Drupal. People are looking for these things. All he's got to do is put the copy on his site to say, here's how to install it on WordPress. Here's how to install it on Drupal. And he gets more traffic and more installs. The whole world to me is just one big link. I look at the whole world as just like one big link that I'm trying to get. All right. I'm a big fan of huge giveaways. Huge giveaways. What's interesting is how many people here will pay thousands of dollars a month for links on networks, but won't be able to give away a trip to a family of 4 to get a bunch of mom bloggers linking to you. Shocks me. We did this once and got a little under 350 entrants. I don't use the exact number, so you guys don't try to reverse engineer all my work. $10 a link. Cheap. We had to send 4 people to Florida. So be it. It's actually cheaper than getting an article written in India. And it's quality. And I connected with real people who have real high quality blogs. Another thing that went over great, you want to build a bunch of links and you're in like the tech space, give away the Adobe Creative Suite. And just watch stuff blow up. Get it on eBay, get it for cheap, get lashes, whatever. Watch what happens. It's amazing. We had a client do this, and all of a sudden I'm like, Why do you have 1,700 retweets on this blog post? I was using PostRank to tell me how many retweets they were getting at the time, and I'm like, Adobe Creative Suite, really? I'm an SEO. I don't work in Adobe Creative Suite. I had no idea that it was such a hot commodity that people were willing to do, and people were doing all kinds of stuff. If you write a blog post about it, we'll enter you in 10 times in the contest. 100 links about it. I was like, this is awesome. So it's another great way to, especially if you're doing any kind of software or an industry where people use Adobe Creative Suite, it's huge. Let me show you how to reverse engineer someone's badge strategy. You're getting beat on badges, or you think you're getting beat on badges, this is what you do. You take the URL of one of their badges. Here I'm using SEO Moz as an example. From their Web 2.0 awards. You drop in the image that people embed on their site, drop in the full URL. Use SEO Moz's SERP overlay to pull SEO Moz's links from them. And now I've got the SERP overlay showing me that these images that people have embedded on their site from their Web 2.0 awards all are on high domain authority sites. Well, 2 out of 3, right? If I'm trying to beat somebody and they've got a badge up, or if I'm looking at certain bloggers that have a lot of these badges on their site, drop the badge URL into Google image search, reverse engineer the entire badge strategy, and come up with a better badge. Come up with a better incentive for people to install it or implement it. Put them into a contest. If they put it up for free, put them into a contest where they can win something. The trick for a family of 4, done. Tons of installs, tons of links. A couple things I wanted to clear up that Grant talked about earlier. With Exportly, the tool is a monster. I mean, seriously, use it. But a couple other things that we do with it, or you can do with it, is it also brings in your followers' locations. So when I was in Madrid a while back, and sure enough, we ended up doing an impromptu SEO meetup of 25 people. Now, this was before I used Exportly, but now what I would do is I would find all my followers in or around Madrid, right? They're all sitting there in the spreadsheet. MADRID, Control F, get the rest of them out there. There's all the research you got to do. Not a lot of work. Then I can DM all of them because they already follow me. That's the beauty of using Exportly. I'm going to be in Madrid on these days. You guys want to meet up? Because someday Google will figure out that me connecting with real people is much better than somebody who's getting the word SEO company in their anchor text. The other thing about Exportly that we've been playing around with at our company is using Tag Crowd, CROWD. So what you do is you take your bios of everyone that's following you, drop them into Tag Crowd. Now remember, Exportly puts everything in nice little columns for you in Excel. So it's all I'm asking you to do, click on column B, it'll highlight the whole thing, you just right click it, copy, type tagcrowd.com, paste it into the box, and hit process. And what TagCrowd will do is it's going to aggregate all your followers. And they're going to tell you what words are most often used in your followers' bios. Do you know how many people use the word blogger that follow my client that's in the motorcycle space? 52. How long did it take me to find that out? 52 seconds. That's how that easy it is. Anybody in here got a decent Twitter following? Not personally, but even for the company that you work with. The company's got a decent following? If you do, I have given you something you can do. Well, first time you do it might take you 3 or 4 minutes. You have to create an account. I'm sorry. After that, you just log in. It's going to be so easy. And so stop trying to get random people to write guest posts for you. Look at all the people that identify themselves as a blogger who follow you on social media. Hey, Blogger X, I noticed that you do blogging. I noticed you follow us. We were going to offer some writer to write content for us. But we're going to give you a shot because we appreciate you following us. Now you're also doing the ego stroke. Awesome. Hey, we're throwing a couple free stickers for your motorcycle. Ooh, stickers. Like, you'd be amazing if you don't give me all that stuff for them to like really think you're doing something, right? Simple. It's all sitting there. It's an export. And Exportly up to 10,000 followers is free. And then you end up with things like this that Brandon showed earlier. What I want to show you, I don't think I have it. Yes, I do. So Google Analytics. Google Analytics follows me. They don't link to me. How can I get a link from them? We're in the middle of becoming a GA certified company. Eric Ward, and this is very interesting, guys. Those are very good ideas. It's totally interesting. Eric Ward did not follow me. No, he did follow me. Sorry, he was following me on Twitter, but he wasn't following me anywhere else. 2 weeks ago, he followed me on Facebook. That was the exact time when I knew he was following me for some reason. That's when I hit him up to show up here. He just followed me. But if you don't create that report of those top influencers who are not following you, or not retweeting you, then you don't know who the people are that you want to get a link from. Typically, I get followed by enough people, I'm like, just select all, delete. But this time, I knew that name. I'm, oh, Eric Ward, that's one of those top 10 people who aren't linking to me that I want. Great time to hit him up was the exact time. Whether I have a hit here, I don't know. But you know what? You can't find a better time when somebody follows you. All right, so let's say we're getting beat on forums. You got 2 options. Either spam the forum or add value. So if you're going to be on forums, well, you have three options. You can go, I don't build forum links, and just continue to increase the likelihood of yourself getting fired. Because if that's how people are beating you in the top 10, you can't say, I'm not going to do it. Or if you do, you're just risking the job. So what you do is you do searches, because top posters on these sites, they're already writing on forums because they're at some other job that's really boring, but they got to have FaceTime, so they're just sitting there on forums all day talking about things they love, right? They're creating content for free. Paying $5 to write your content. They're like, whoa, I was just writing content for free at work. Now I'm writing content for your website and I'm getting paid $5. Awesome. These people are usually networked. That means they can promote things. And like I said, they spend all day on forums. I was one of those people before I started Seer. So, here's the query. Take the word top posters, drop it into quotes. Take the word powered by vBulletin, drop that in quotes. And then put your keyword at the end. All these forums will start showing up. And and obviously the word top posters is on their site, on that page, which means somewhere on that page, they have listed out everybody who posts on their site regularly. Awesome, they just did all their work for you. Done. Now I'm sorry, you might have to actually contact those people and see if they're interested. But again, I'm trying to show you guys quick things you can go do, hopefully next week, to help you start to rank better. Here's a motorcycle site I found. Awesome. In the last 28 days, Kid HD1 had time to post 478 posts on this one forum for free. He's doing it either out of a love of the forum or something. I don't have time for that. But you know what? I can go right down this list and continue to ask people, hey, are you interested in spending some of your time to maybe help us promote something? I know you already love motorcycles. I can see it. I think you're adding a lot of value to this forum. Is there a way that we can find a way to work together? If you insult them and say, put my anchor text in your footer, I think that's kind of a douchey move. I wouldn't do that. Actually connect with people. So be honest and be transparent. People can smell SEO coming a mile away, so you might as well just admit it. I'm working on promoting my website. Are you willing to help me out? All right, so here's the lazy way to do content. Write something once, drop it in this thing, and ooh, out comes 20 articles that are going to help me rank well. I don't want to base the long term of the business success of myself or any of my clients on this strategy. But I am willing to pay $250 for an article. When am I willing to pay $250 for an article? That thing to show me they can do it for I pay $7 when I can just spin out thousands. Why would I spend $250 for one when I can create thousands for like $7 or whatever it is? I'm about to show you why. I think you can bulletproof this for the long haul if you create actual real content. So see Carolyn Evans Hammond, we're so lucky. We get to work with a wine company. Which means I get to write off wine bar excursions if anybody wants to come. It is research. So she is blogging on, and she has links here from Amazon. Okay. This is someone that's really credible. Or you could be one of these 15 people with their big, 20-inch CRT monitors to write you an article for $10. It's the cheap and easy and low quality, low class way.